We've been doing movie nights for
years.
Gen Xer and
Gen Z.
I hate these ones because they're blue. I hate those, formal uniforms because they're white. Who makes a formal uniform white? Somebody get me in touch with the costume director.
And he crashes them.
Yes, you do. I'm very much in that transition period between, teenage years and adult years. Mm-hmm. Random weird moments that the two of us have experienced, and there are a lot of those.
That's the thing. I don't think we have to leave that behind when we're grown up.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's I'm just sitting there and I'm like, where did this come from? Why are we singing?
I mean, you're not going to learn anything about the movies listening to us talk. This is the Argo City Podcast. Film, conventions, and fan life with Maddie and Matthew.
And we have returned, hot and very, very, very tired.
Not from far away, though. So,
yay!
This weekend did not go the way that I had expected or intended or hoped. So I was actually supposed to do a different convention this weekend.
Yeah.
I was supposed to head out to Pittsburgh for Pulp Fest for their Shadow Con.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to show up as the Shadow for that one. I show up as the Shadow for everything else. But then Mom and I got we got a Dick Tracy costume all ready for that. She helped because she knows how to do this, how to do the dyeing and stuff.
Yeah.
I cleared out big lots of all the lab coats when they went on sale. So I grabbed one of those and we dyed it yellow so that I'd have a Dick Tracy coat. And she was so sad that I didn't get to wear it on Saturday. But I also had other things in mind. Because a yellow jacket, that can be a couple of different things. The next person who suggests that it's the man in the yellow hats gets punched in the throat. But a few people did suggest, and some people suggested the mask. And I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. And you were getting recognized, right out of the gate, literally as we were walking up to the convention center.
Yeah. But you know what? I wasn't first, was I?
No, I'm so happy. I am so happy. I did up my Mao Mao again for this one.
So Mao Mao actually was the first one to get recognized, and that was nice.
I'm very happy. It's especially with you, retiring from competitions and such, and now that I'm doing, more recognizable characters, because I think of my collection, she is the one that's typically the most popular.
Right now. And
yeah.
And that may have more to do, though, with the fact that Apothecary Diaries is just...
It's ended.
Massive.
Yeah, it is massive, and we just got, the finale, a month or two ago for season, what are we on, 2 or 3 at this point?
Mm-hmm. The problem with anime, though, is it doesn't... It drops out of public consciousness.
Yeah.
In costuming, especially, really quick.
Yeah.
So unless it's a legacy thing, you can't do the deep cuts and really expect to get...
I say as I think back to the one year that I did Shadow's House and nobody knew what it was.
Yeah.
Cry. Because I was... I wanted to do my Ragatha, but I just didn't get the hair done in time. I just haven't had the time between, work and everything.
I'm the same way. I've not gotten a lot of the costumes I wanted to do done. I even had... Friday night, my buddy Ed invited me over with his friend Bob, the guys we used to do work with in Heroes United.
Oh,
and they're like, why don't you come on down? We'll do a craft night. We put on music videos and Star Wars fan films, and we just worked on costumes.
Yay!
And I got to see a little bit about how his mascot heads work. Bob's showing us stuff on his Fallout costume, and I started working on Orko. If I find a hat for that, that's going out next week.
Yeah. But yes, I did up my Mao Mao with her basket this time. Last time I brought her out, she didn't have her basket. So
what did you bring out? When did you bring her out without the basket? I don't remember.
It was to a smaller con. It's like I can't remember for the life of me.
Because you had your basket for ZipCon.
That's true. I did have my basket for ZipCon.
But we must have done something else.
Yeah.
Wasn't Free Comic Book Day, was it?
No. I did Supergirl for Free Comic Book Day. I can't remember the name of it, but I did it. This is her first time bringing her basket here, which was very fun.
Neo's a big place, and so it's like one where you can maneuver around.
Yeah, her basket is essentially a wicker basket that I shoved a bunch of dollar store plants in, and I actually went to the dollar store the day before yesterday to pick up some more flora, specifically because with Mao Mao, I hand out plants and flowers to people, because it's fun, and I get to tease people that it's poison, and then they play back, and it's lots of fun.
Is it poison or isn't it? We were talking about what if you had little bottles of poison to hand out
to the judges?
Yes.
So you walk us through how we ended up doing that.
Well, I have friends that give me oddly shaped bottles, and I go through
the best kinds of friends.
Well, I go through seasons where I am trying to collect certain things, and bottles was that for a while because I wanted a nice little apothecary kind of.
Yeah.
We did one trunk or treat one year with your.
Oh, the Pumpkin Witch trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was really cool. I don't know if we're gonna be able to find pictures or not for that, but like full on, tons of bottles, tons of like little herbs and such out.
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite ever trunk or treat.
I think it was one of the most creative ones. I mean, either that or the McDonald's Monsterland.
Yeah, that one was also big. Candyland was too, though.
Yeah, but because of that, so if somebody has a party or something like that, can you just like save all those little Fireball shot bottles for me?
Yes, because send them our way.
And that's or there's Chi-Chi ones that have a nice tall neck.
Yeah.
I've used vodka bottles for laser guns.
What?
In fact, it's got a nice long neck again, and if you fill it it's clear with a bigger round shape in the body. If you fill it with Christmas lights and something like that to make it glow, then you all of a sudden you have a really interesting looking laser gun. In fact, I was thinking I might need to do something like that for Dr. Strange Pork from Up in Space. Anyhow, we did up. I dug through my collection, and I found you a bunch of little Fireball bottles that we washed up.
Yep.
And
and then
give these to them. You're bribing the judges with poison.
Yeah, I took the bottles and I took like some of the smaller leaves off of my pile of plants. And then I filled them up with mica powder and a little bit of water. For those of you guys that don't know, when you mix a bit of mica powder with water, it gives it a shimmering, like, mixed potion effect, which I felt was going to be perfect for it. And it was perfect. Goodness, they looked great.
They did. So that was just like a nice little extra thing to do there. I was like, what we really needed, though, I wish I'd had the time. We came up with the idea so late.
Yeah, it was like 2 days beforehand. So
not enough time to print out labels. I'd love to have something that says poison, not poison.
Yeah.
You decide. Something like that.
Pick your poison. Pick your poison. That would have been funny.
Each one of them could have been different.
Yeah.
So that was... But it was a fun little addition there, and I've got more of those. I think that's something that
I might start doing that when I do her out.
You might need to do more, yeah, because that was.
But we probably should explain where we actually went today.
So yeah, we did mention that we went to NEO ComicCon.
NEO ComicCon, yes.
We didn't, then I'm sure it's on the the title. So what NEO ComicCon, it's been different things at different times.
Yeah.
Right now, it's, for the most part, it's a dealer's room with a costume contest.
Yeah.
In kind of some of the better traditions of the old Jeff Harper shows, but it's massive.
Yeah, you've got like the giant, arena. Like, what's the place called?
It's called the Soccer Sportsplex, and basically it is 2 soccer fields side by side
with a like bridge in the middle between them.
Yes, and so there's that spectator area and the snack bar, and they've got full use of the snack bar there too.
Heck yeah, way too expensive, but yeah.
But great idea. They do shuttle bus back and forth because parking's non-existent. I did hear that usually they have parking on the lawn.
Yeah, that's where we usually end up.
Well, it rained all last night, and it was supposed to rain all day today. It didn't, but we did hit a couple storms, so it was going to be mud. We ended up in a weird side street that we've never tried before.
Yeah, which had some absolutely gorgeous areas for picture taking.
Yeah, especially for Mao Mao.
Yes,
so that's
so much floor. It was
what we
great.
were doing on the way up and back.
And funny thing, like I mentioned before, I hand out flowers and such with Mao Mao. I actually got a couple trinkets back this time, which once again is not something I didn't expect it, but I got a little dragon, I got a little like cupcake, I got some cute little forest animals. I was surprised that people were handing stuff back.
I was having an interesting time in seeing not only who recognized what I was doing, but what version. Because everybody knows that The Mask was a movie. Not as many people know that it started off as a comic book. Like an insanely violent, ridiculously comedic comic book. Which is why I've got like blood-spattered suspenders and tie on.
Yeah, you mentioned to me when we were driving over, you were like, oh, this works so much better. You say as you smile devilishly at me.
Well, the smile's kind of fixed on that, and the proportions are different. The eyes are huge.
Yeah.
The teeth are huge, and there were people who got that, who suddenly like, oh, you're not just doing The Mask, you're doing the comic version. That's what I really liked.
Yeah, it was great.
I had like one girl come up to me, and this is the one in like the very anime, like almost drawn furry costume with the face that was kind of big and big eyes. And
was it the one with the like the animal with the clips in the hair?
Kind of. I mean,
I think it might have been one of the vendors.
Pinkish, paley. Yes. And
okay,
she ran over and she was like,
the art vendor. Okay.
She ran over and she was like, "Oh, I need a picture with you." PARTY. Why? Because I gotta. And it was like it's not just that you know it; it's that you want to get into it.
Yeah,
that was actually a really cool mask too.
Yeah,
that she'd done up. There were a few things that were really great there. There was a Raven.
Yeah,
I got to talk about this girl who was Raven. Mm-hmm. She sewed together this beautiful blue cloak and dress. I mean, and you can see, all right, it's inexpertly stitched, but she did it.
Yeah.
She picked the fabric. She put it together. I mean, you can also see on my mask that the eyes are pretty inexpertly stitched. No, but she did an amazing job on that, and she won. She
won for the teen group.
Yeah, and absolutely deserved it.
Oh yeah, it's like I don't think I saw her on the floor at least, but she might have been over by the stands. Or something.
I ran into her once because she was another one of those that wanted a picture with me, but I just took the opportunity to tell her how great her costume looked and asked her about because. Man, especially when you can tell somebody made their own, you want to hear about it, and you want to encourage them, and you want them to have a good con because you want to see them do more of that.
Exactly. Like one person in particular, they weren't doing anything specific, but they had like almost a Renaissance-esque dress with a like Mona Lisa corset.
Okay, yes, and the corset had
the corset was gorgeous.
It had Starry Night painted on it.
Oh, not Mona Lisa. That is the wrong painting. But yes, Starry Night. It was freaking gorgeous. it's a pity I didn't get a chance to ask her where she got it from, because I would have loved to do that for the Renaissance like next year.
I kind of thought it was that it was a Doctor Who reference.
Oh, maybe.
It may or may not be. He met Vincent van Gogh, but I don't know. I've seen her around. That face and voice is very familiar, but I never wear the same face twice, so she wouldn't recognize me.
That's true. She was very friendly during the, like, while everybody waits for the deliberation of the costume contest, a lot of times they'll play music and everyone will dance. She was inviting me to, like, join in with their, like, trio of girls that were, like, chatting and such, which was really friendly. I just felt awkward, so I didn't, like, jump in. But, no, that was great.
What else did you see that you liked? What are the costumes?
Let's see, costumes. There was a really, really pretty, animal skull forest-esque girl walking around.
I saw her kind of floating around a little bit. Yeah. I thought the turtles were amazing. There were a couple of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they were punk rock. And I mean, like, one's carrying a guitar, one's carrying a boombox, leather jackets and spiky hair and all of that. That was amazing. That's like the only group that I got a photo with, because it was just so... It's also 90s. Yeah. They belonged in the same era that my mask did.
There was a Snow White with the red hair walking around, which is funny enough. It's an Apothecary anime, fairly similar to Apothecary Diaries. But imagine just like, well, I guess it is really similar in a lot of things. But just imagine like Royal Garden versus like,
it's not
in their
like
palace and such.
They're not doing a riff on Snow White and Rose Red, are they?
No, it's an actual anime.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have to do like an episode or two of it. It's actually surprisingly good. She actually won the group costume contest with the Freerin cosplay, which I tried Freerin. I can't get into Freerin. I really want to love it, but I just can't.
There's some stuff like that. I'd say the same thing about Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Other costumes that stood out to me. There was a really pretty... I keep wanting to call her Twilight, but she wasn't. It was a girl in a wheelchair. It was... my God, she was gorgeous.
The wig looks a lot like Twilight Sparkle, but it's not. You're right.
Apparently, it's like dyed and, like, hand-stitched, like, strips of something. Mm-hmm. Like, she did it, like, by hand, which is... freaking amazing. It looked incredible.
Not just the wig. The entire costume.
She was so
the
sparkly.
Prop, everything. It was one of the most impressive things that was at the convention. It really was.
Like, dude, at one point when they turned the lights on in the back when we were lining up, it suddenly like shone directly on her and it made her look like a thing of glitter. It was gorgeous. There was the Molten Freddy again, which was very cool.
Yeah. I love the wiring and I loved all the details. It's all fun. If I were to do something like that, I'd want to do something like that where the exoskeletons showing or the wires are all over the place and some of the lights and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Yeah. There was quite a bit there. There was a really good Batman walking around.
Oh yeah, I think I saw him towards like the end during the lineup.
Weird that the Ghostbusters table, I didn't know any of those Ghostbusters. I know like a couple of the main ones, but and I know that is Ghostbuster Ohio. It's a Cleveland group, but different group of people. I know that some of the ones that I usually see. They were at the Haunted Garage sale yesterday, which is what I ended up hitting up instead of Pulp Fest. But yeah, nice to see that they're expanding. I like that group. I've done one or two things with them, and I wish I could do more. I can never make it connect.
Yeah. There were a couple interesting vendors this time around.
Yeah, I wanted to know about what you got because I've only seen a little bit I've seen some of the art that you showed me, and there's a bag of stickers.
Oh yeah, I found a stall that had a bunch of 3D stuff, which usually I don't get the 3D printed stuff, but they had some interesting things, and I was looking for something for Lydia. And also, they had stickers for 25 cents each, or like 4 for $1, which is cheaper than anywhere in the convention. Can people stop charging $1 for a tiny freaking sticker? If it's
really, seriously, yeah.
If it is your own art, that is different. But if it is just like from a pack, it's freaking ridiculous. And I was handing her, like, I don't even think I paid her the full amount for it. She was really, like, I was chit-chatting with her. She was so friendly. I think I ended up giving her, like, $3 when I probably needed to pay her closer to $5. But you know what? I'm not complaining. I found a really, a stall towards the back, which is one I hadn't seen before, called Vanilla Star Cafe. They had a bunch of really beautiful artwork. Like, Man, I don't typically go into these conventions looking for artwork anymore, but they had a beautiful little, like, cafe piece, and then I got this really pretty indigenous piece of a lady, like, weaving a basket. She told me a really nice story about it, and I love it. It made me very happy. It was very pretty. So that was very fun.
This is really a lot of where NEO really shines, because, again, like I said, it is largely a
dealer's room.
Yeah. But it's such a huge one. And, I mean, this is a cheap show. This is $5 to get in, 20 minutes away from the house. In fact, that was exactly what I was chatting with one of my friends about. He's like, it's not that you're not going to this one necessarily for guests or you're going to hang out with your friends and browse some collections that you don't always see.
Yeah, and, like, the cool thing about this one is that you'll have vendors that are there, like, every year, and then you'll have a couple new ones that pop up like this.
And there's a lot of artists, but there's also a lot of comic books.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's part of what I'm there for. It's not as much toys as I'd like, but it is very much a comic con. When it says it's a comic con, they're not kidding. They're bringing in comic book artists, and they are selling comics all over the place. I brought home stacks.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at them right now. If you'd like set them all up on a stack, they'd probably be about calf length.
There's I found one booth that was doing they had a nice amount of 50-cent bins. It's like, okay, $1 each or $1 each or 10 for $5. And so it's like, I'm going to keep those multiples of 5 to keep it at 50 cents. Then I found another one that's like 5 for $2, which is under 50 cents. It's not quarter bins, but under 50 cents. And I probably wiped out a short box there.
Oh, yeah.
And I just kept pulling and pulling and pulling. I've got a full run of Spectacular Spider-Man here that's going to be so much fun. Especially since we're not getting to the movie tonight, but we'll get to that later.
I mean, I made a point to actually check out some of the indie comic book artists this time around, which I don't usually check those out, but I wanted to kind of see because I was in the mood for reading. I came across an author called David Grunwell that had a bunch of fantasy.
Is that the cryptid one?
No, this would be the fantasy one towards the middle on the thing. He had a bunch of fantasy stuff, and I actually got talking with him, and he says a lot of his fantasy, because the problem with a lot of fantasy these days is that it's adult-centric, which is okay, but it's not, like, he writes good stuff that isn't that. Like, full-on adult fiction without the extra stuff, which was just really cool. He was very friendly. He was so nice. I checked out, there was one area that had, like, as we were talking about, like, cryptid superheroes.
Yeah, like Justice League if it was made out of Mothman and Sasquatch and
the Yeti? And the frogs. Like the walking frogs, which I believe are actually a Lorraine cryptid. We have, like frogs that wear hats or something that carry staffs or something like that. I think I recall looking into it during one of my folklore classes or something. I don't remember. But that was kind of interesting. Let me see. Just a lot of beautiful artwork this time around, which was just very, very fun.
I found the deals that, like, made my day, like, almost immediately. So I got towards the back. I found one booth that had a dig bin. Anything in this bin is $1. Okay. I will give that a look. And I'm not seeing anything, like, jumping up or anything like that. But that's why it's a dig bin. You have to go in and get in a little bit.
Yeah.
So I found a nice, like, big pack of random trading cards. I know there's some Marvel stuff in there and some stuff that I've scrapbooked together. So I was like, yep, I can do that one. Really nice Uncle Scrooge. I guess he's probably a bendy, but he's right with that same scale as those fantasy Disney figures from a while back. Yeah.
Yeah, those were gorgeous figures.
But the big thing, and on the bottom, and it's in a bag, it's a Draconian soldier from the 1979 Buck Rogers TV series. That is one of those sci-fi series that is like almost as important to me as Star Trek.
Yeah.
It is that fundamental. It is that big of a deal. And this is a vintage figure from that line, from 1979. And I don't know what it's doing in a dollar bin.
Yeah, you said you got it for $1?
Yes.
That's
I'm so stoked. I can't even. I've got one other character from this line, and that's the little Tweaky robot. But that just made my day, and it was so early on.
Yeah.
That almost makes up for later on. I'm in the back, and I'm looking through plushies, and I found a little Taco Bell dog.
Oh.
I've been wanting one of those, so that when I do Pizza the Hut, he can be. And I'm like, all right, I got up, and I'm looking for pricing, looking to see where my wallet is, and then as I'm doing that, a girl swoops in, grabs it and buys it, like literally out from under me.
Are you serious?
Within like 3 minutes of me finding it and just kind of standing up because I can't see well. I'm just like, I was speechless. There's a mask on my face, so you couldn't see the utter shock.
Oh, that's terrible.
I assume that she's going to want it and like it more than I do, though, because I was just looking for a costume accessory, and she was just adoring over it. So okay, but still, wow, that was weird.
Yeah, that is a little odd. Huh.
I had one other thing, though, that was really nice. My buddy Penguin came up to me, and Mark's one of those, he keeps telling me about Pulp Fest, which, like I said, gas priced me out. And
sadly.
And I think he had noticed you didn't make it out, did you? And so he's like, I brought you this back. And he hands me this hand-painted Christmas ornament of the Shadow, like holding a little Santa doll ornament. And it's, I could not believe it. That was
precious.
That really absolutely made my day. I felt bad because it's like the mask hinders me from talking to people as much as I want to, and also like I'm trying to concentrate on going through a long box that I can't entirely see. So I did not blow you off, dude. Believe me, I really wasn't trying to do because he caught me there, and he caught me right before the costume contest too, and I'm like, I got to get through this and finish this transaction because I got to take photos of Maddie when she does the walk.
Honestly, I think what made my day was an interaction that I had after the contest, actually. I was standing over to the side with the rest of the contestants, and I ended up over by the benches. And this little girl, probably less than 10 or something, she's like, her mom is like motioning, and I like glanced over out of habit, and she's like, I love your Mao Mao, it's so pretty. And my heart just melts. So it's like, I don't have any flowers left in my pocket because I had already stashed them all away so they wouldn't be visible during the walk. Uh-huh. So I hand her the flower that I posed with, the flower that I actually carried with me. And she's like, she looks at it in awe, like, Thank you! And I chatted with the mom briefly, because she mentioned that she also was thinking about doing a Mao Mao, and I'm like, mine, it's literally a skirt and a green top. You don't even have to, like, do the wig. You don't even have to do...
Like, the green top is just scrubs, too.
Yeah, I was telling her that, and she was like, yeah, and I'm like, I got it from the thrift store, and she's like, no. And it was like, that moment with that little girl was just... Oh, my heart. I think that honestly just goes to show it's like a lot of those interactions can really, really make a con, honestly.
Well, and there's there can be a lot of drama in the cosplay community.
Yeah.
A lot of sniping or backstabbing and we've never put up with it. We just don't keep those people in our orbit. And we'd rather... This is what we want it to be, and so this is what we practice.
Yeah, it's like, I remember us talking a while back about, like, big cons and such, and I mentioned that the cosplay community is so great, everybody's so friendly, and you're like, because, I mean, with us going to a lot of the smaller shows, I feel like there's more of a consensus that we're all just kind of here to have fun and that kind of stuff. And I've also kind of been like sheltered from a lot of that like hostility, I think, because we go to the smaller shows.
Well, like I said, I don't traffic in that, and I don't travel in those circles because I just don't have time for it. I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah.
So that's probably part of it too. The longer that you're around it, you'll start to see it. But that's just not what we want to do or who we want to be.
Yeah, but this con in particular, people are usually very friendly.
It is, and I mean, NEO has had times when it's the best comic convention in Northeast Ohio. It really is. It still is the best marketplace kind of convention.
Yeah.
Out there. It's friendly. It's run by our local comic shop. It's run by Eric Anderson at Comics Argo.
Love him. Like, one of those two owners, they keep coming into my Chipotle to get food because I literally work right next to the shop, which is fun.
So, and we always talk about, because our local comic shops, the one for us, we go to Comics Argo or we go to Carol and John's.
Yeah.
Depending on whether I'm at home or at work.
Yeah.
So... Eric took over the show from Sean Bell's, and it's always been one of our favorites. I mean, I don't think I've missed one of these because it's right in the backyard, and it's always had a lot of heart. I liked it better when it had more programming, but they're still doing the costume contest, and there's still just a really great community there. There's a great vibe there. Yeah,
this is a really great starter con. A lot of the people that I meet at these conventions, especially in the costume contest, are like, it's their first con. I always wonder how it is that you and me always end up next to the newbies.
That's Providence. God puts us where we can do the most good.
Yeah, I got to talk with someone dressed up as Scream today, and we ended up talking and chatting a lot. It was their first con,
well, and you've just seen it. Like, I mean,
it was great.
I don't think that the podcast for it has gone out yet, but it's coming. Oh, it's coming.
Oh, it is coming.
So yeah, fun to like kind of connect that too.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about with this particular show? We rushed out towards the end a little bit because we wanted to catch the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, we were going to hit the 4 p.m. Showing instead of like the 7 p.m. one.
So we roll into Amherst Cinema.
And there's a line out the door.
Around the corner.
Yeah, around the corner. Like, I've never seen a line that long for Amherst.
Yeah, not for anything. It's not just for like this or for... And we've done a bunch of movies this year.
Yeah.
You know, we hit Amherst for Masters of the Universe. We hit it for... Mom and I hit it for the Minions movie. I actually hit it twice for Masters of the Universe, but something else. We did...
what was it? It was...
Mandalorian there as well.
Right, that's right.
And we've been out there a lot, and it's not been like this before.
No, it's so strange. I mean, half the time at Amherst, you've got maybe 10 people, if that.
I'm really happy for them, because not only was the admission line packed, so was the snack bar line.
Yeah.
They're going to do well this weekend, and we we like it when our local places do well.
Yes, we love Amherst. Amherst is wonderful.
So we're probably going to have to put that off another week. I've got to, like, stay away from spoilers all week.
Yeah.
And, man, every podcast that I already listened to, or all my YouTube channels. Nerdrotic's already talking about it. Dave Cullen's already talking about it. It's already up on Midnight's Edge. I can't. How am I supposed to?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one too, because for me Spider-Man and the Hulk and the Punisher. This is what I want. This is a comic book. This is Spider-Man in the 90s. I mean, the Punisher honestly is Spider-Man. That is a Spider-Man character. That is where he first appeared. That is where he comes from. And the Spider-Man Punisher crossovers were all over the place in the 90s. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man and the Hulk was all over the place on TV or in the comics. When I was growing up too, this feels so right. And I'm so disappointed that we didn't get to see it, because it would have been perfect for after ComicCon.
Yeah, that was the whole plan, but oh well.
But we're going to try it again next week, because next week
we have Geek Fest. Yay! I can't wait to bring out my YN. I am so excited.
Geek Fest is another one of our favorite ones. They're back to back.
Yes, it's great. We love
Sunday
Geek
for
Fest.
NEO, and then the following
Saturday
for
Geek Fest.
Woo! And that's up at the Akron Public Library.
Yes, we love the library.
So a little bit more of a drive, but it's a free show, and all programming.
Very
little vendors. I mean, it's
got everything.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Yay!
So we may be back with just another extra in a week or two.
Yay!
We're going to see you then.
Bye.
All right, bye.